Hi my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. Today is the Barnstar Day. We are sewing along on the Barnstar sampler with the Fat Quarter Shop, which is going block by block through the sampler book. This is by Shelly Kavana, and she has done such a fabulous job with this project. The book is amazing. There are projects in it besides just the sampler using some of the blocks. I'll show you that again. We're doing one part a month, and it is one block, and you make two of them until the end. And then the last 3 months of the year, October, November, December, we make a bunch of small blocks, and those are the filler blocks. So this week we are doing, what's the name of it? We are doing the Northern Star. And so there it is. That's in the book. And here is mine. Mine are done with the Country Rose fabric line by Vanessa of Lila Boutique. And so here they are. This quilt takes a lot of fabric. It's a big quilt and there's a lot of piecing, and so that means it takes a lot of fabric. So I started with, I think I may have had like 2 fat quarter bundles, so like a half a yard bundle, and then some more yardage, and then I added in from my stash. Got a bit more of some of the gingham because I think that that's looking really good through the quilt. And so here are the blocks. What I want to do first is let's get the other camera and just look at it full on. I'll put those up there and look at them all together at the moment. Then I'm going to walk you through the book again a little bit because I know there's always new people coming, and if you're not sewing along, you might not realize just how wonderful this book is, something you might want to have. So let's go look up there. I am as far back as I can get in my room. My back is against the wall to be able to show you everything. And so you can see that I've got a lot of black and green going on, and some of the blocks, like this one here, which is last month's, I have the green, so pull the green out from the ones that are more black, black and green, got a lot of taupe. And the blocks are just fantastic. We started with all the big blocks. That way, I think it's very motivating because so much of it now is sort of filled in, and then we'll be working down. We are going to be doing a bunch in the size for this week, which was last week's this size block. There'll be several months of those, and then it'll start the fillers. Now this again will not fit on my design wall. It is too big. But I will be trying my best to do sections, and it's going to be hard to sew sections together on this one because of the filler blocks. When we don't do those till later, but that's okay. I am going to be able to sew those two together, so that's good. I'm going to sew them together. There's no sashing in this quilt. It'll be filler blocks and then sewn together. So let's take a look at the fabric that I'm using in my bin. First, let me just show you the assembly, just so that you get an idea, again, of what it's like. And for those of you who aren't making it, oh, you should start. It is fun. You can catch up. Go ahead. You can do it. So here is where we're at. And I've got these big blocks, all of these big blocks done. These are the 2 that we just did this week. I'm looking at, this is last week's, this one with like the tulip. There's the other one of it. And so, I can't have them placed exactly, but you can see how they're sewn in chunks. You can see over here on the other page. This is kind of the assembly. You can see how everything will be sewn in these chunks to get them over to here. Now, the book then has several of the quilts done as just, like a single block. Where is this one? I love this one. This is, I want to do this one. There we go. So that is, I think it's the first block, done with some other blocks around the outside. And so if you love like the book, but you maybe don't want to make the whole quilt, you can just do this, and you can use any of the big blocks. And I'm going to show you the fabric now because the Country Rose fabric is really, really lovely. There is still some left. There's actually a few fat quarter bundles, some fat eighth bundles, layer cakes, but it is these wonderful greens, and I'm using a lot of the greens and the blacks. And so then there'll be pops of the blue. This is kind of a soft gray blue. Do you see that? It's not like that summer blue. It's actually more gray. And then the peach in light peach. Look at the dot. Yummy. And then the darker peach, you know, kind of down in the pinky tones. And then the taupe down here. And I have some other green. I think I'm keeping this for binding. Don't let me use it. Be sure I don't use it. Remind me. Okay, so there is the Country Rose fabric that I'm using for the Barnstar sampler. So I can't wait to see your blocks. Show them, and if you can show as many as possible like this, that would be fantastic to put them up there. I will also do a photo on for the project page, at the end of the project page for this, at my I Love to Make Quilts, and then today on the website, you'll be able to see them as much as I can show, just like that camera view. But I can get a little bit better with that camera rather than the video camera, so I'll get it straight on, and you can see it at my website today. Okay, so we also have Scavenger Hunt for the month. Every month I do just a fun little scavenger hunt to, you know, so we can share something sewing with pictures in my group Quilt Along with Pat Sloan over at Facebook. And actually today is World Scavenger Day. Isn't that exciting? I thought, oh my goodness, that's perfect. Well, our scavenger hunt for the month has to be on World Scavenger Hunt Day. And so I decided that I talked with our ambassadors and said, what should we share? You know, this is kind of a fun month because it's a World Scavenger Hunt. And so we thought it would be neat to see because I shared this the other day. I had a question. Somebody wanted to know, what did I use next to my sewing machine on the bed of the sewing machine? It's kind of like to protect it because I throw my scissors down on top of it, and it's a little cutting mat. So we thought, well, what do the rest of you have around your sewing machine? What do you keep just, you know, in the vicinity of your sewing machine? So I'm going to show you mine with the other camera. So here's my Baby Lock Solaris, and to the left, of course, is a sewing surface, and then I always, of course, have equipment, which you probably don't have. I have my little cutting mat here to protect from me throwing the scissors down. And then here to the right, I have another small cutting mat where I put pins and wonder clips. This is my thread. I throw little threads in there. Trash, basically trash. Sometimes I put the scissors over here. I have my May the 4th inch be with you mug here. And I've been putting, just if I've had some other pens or something sitting here, and sometimes when I'm working on the aqua squares and I have a unit made, I will put them in here to keep them out of the way. And so that is, and there's a Sloan Zone cup back there with all kinds of readers and all kinds of things in it. So yeah, oh I know a lot of you want to know that this is Alexa, which, whoops, I said her name, so she turned on. I didn't have her turned off. And then that's a trash bin, which is an old sap bucket thing. I love, 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 love it. So, okay, so this is mine. This is World Scavenger Hunt Day. Show me what is around your machine. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun show and tell today to see what's around your machine. Okay, I want to tell you we had the 3 people who won a Summer Memories book from the Fat Quarter Shop. They were Darlene R, who said, wow, what a great quilt show today. Fantastic. I love seeing all the quilts up and the beautiful backings. And a few other things. Then there was Nadine, who said that she would make a basket quilt from here. Or the cover quilt, because she loves both of them. And then Sharon H said she would love to win the Summer Memories book. She would do the 2-color quilt because it's beautiful. It is gorgeous, isn't it? So they've all been emailed, replied to me, and the Fat Quarter Shop will be shipping them their books. So yay! Congratulations to all of you. And thanks everybody for entering and leaving comments. I really appreciate seeing them, and it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. So we're going to talk about 2 other things. Fat Quarter Shop has put out a free rail fence pattern, and I just wanted to tell you about it because I think it's a wonderful little side project, something you can whip out really fast with your jelly roll and or your scraps. It is so cute, and so we're gonna show you that. And then I also want to tell you about a cross stitch challenge for June, Red, White, and June. I love that name, Red, White, and June. And so the Fat Quarter Shop is hosting this, and Kimberly put out all the stuff on it yesterday on their blog. So I now have the info, and they sent me a bunch of the things to share with you. So I'm going to show you what that is all about. We're going to go to the other side. This is a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop called the Rail Fence, and this is a mock-up. And the pattern is fantastic because it has a whole bunch of different sizes, but it's just one page, and it tells you basically everything on this one page. Let me just pop that image up. So the pattern is just this one page, and here's the image of what is on it, but it has 6 sizes. It tells you how many blocks you need, how much fabric you need, because you're basically working with a jelly roll or strip sets, depending on the company that you're purchasing from. My Benertex fabrics are always in strip sets. Like this, it's the same amount as in a jelly roll, 2.5-inch strips from the line. But that is all you get. You get the one sheet, but it's plenty because your block is just 3 strips of fabric. And so what I'm going to do is I've got my porch swing right here, and I've got some of the yardage, of course, because it's a little easier. I don't want to break into this yet, but I want to show you the block because it's super, super easy and just one of these great mindless fabric projects. So you're going to take either a jelly roll or a strip set like this, and or you can take yardage. Here is the porch swing. I grabbed 6 different fabrics. Whoops. So that I can go ahead and I have them cut already and show you. Oh, so fun. We're going to be digging into this and doing sew-alongs like the one behind me here, and the crabs and the Block Wednesday with this. Oh, so excited. Okay, so basically, what are we doing? We're cutting a strip, and it's only going to be 2.5 by 6.5. So basically, you're using your 6.5-inch ruler. Let me just show you your 6.5-inch ruler, and you're cutting strips for that. Now, with a rail fence, there's a couple of properties that for me, I like to think about when laying them out. Hold on, let me just move this over. Okay, so when I'm laying them out, so I actually did 2 colorways to show you. So I took the dark teal, the black and white vine, or white with black vine, and then the aqua paisley. And so I put them together in a 3-unit. Now, when you go and make your next block, it's just going to go next to it. So I also did a second set with the fabrics in above. The little floral, the vine in purple, the vine in aqua, and then the bigger floral. So you're basically, your whole quilt is like this, putting them side by side. And then you get a third. I made 3 of these to show you. So then you would have the third one. And so these are 6.5-inch squares, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5-inch strips. And that's written on there. It's so easy. But the thing I want to do is I want to be careful when I'm laying them out then later that I'm not doing this. Because what happens is you get these angles, unless that's what you want. So if you wanted to have like this guy come down here like this, and you were just using 3 fabrics for the whole quilt, let me see, I have here, hold on, we can just demo this. So if I had this like there, like here, all right, that's why I cut extras, Pat, that's why you cut extras. There you go. So you could see how you would get this sort of ribbon going along. But if you're using the whole line of fabric with the jelly roll, then you will probably be mixing them up a bit more. Let's put that there, mixing them up a bit more. So here's the basics. I would be doing something with all of them, like that, and just mixing it all up and not having an alternate design. But that is one way that you can approach a rail fence. They can be quite versatile and super fun and easy. One of these projects that you just do while you're doing other things. So while you're sewing something else, you can just easily be running these units together and creating tons of these, and then play around with them on your design wall. So no, maybe later on this year we'll work on one of these, but I wanted to share this pattern with you because I know a lot of you are looking for something to use, like maybe use your scraps, or you want to make a fairly quick quilt for somebody, and this is it. This is it. And if you're using one fabric line too, they coordinate together really well already. So yeah, so that's really, really, really great. Okay, now we're going to talk about red, white, and June. Let me get that stuff. Kimberly at the Fat Quarter Shop does a lot of cross stitch challenges, and this one is super fun, and the items are small and they're so cute. Have to show you. So the whole idea is you're going to pick something, and I'm going to show you several somethings. You're going to pick a cross stitch project and work on it in June. Now you could work on multiples, or you could just decide, just one, which, that's probably me because, I'm slow. But in the back of the summer memories are these cross stitch patterns I've talked about. And I believe she is sort of featuring this one. But let me show you the other two because they are so cute and they're tiny. They're tiny. So the first one is these star-spangled ornaments. So all of these super cute little ornaments, and I'm going to open the bag. They sent me the whole shebang. I got the whole bunch of stuff to show you in that you make these little ornaments with. They're cute to just sit up somewhere. You can get a little stand and put them on. You can make them into little pillows or little pin cushions. Like I really love, where is it? The pie. Oh my goodness, I want to make the pie. Well, I want to make several of them. But the pie, the heart, oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's look. Oh, my thing's squeaking again. It's squeaking. Okay. I have it in the blue project bag. So they sent me everything in for this. And there are the ornaments. They're just so darling. So there's these little pie tins. That's what you put them in. These little pie tins, which are, geez, they're so cute. So here you go. Let's break into this. Okay, here we go. See there, you would mount them in the little pie tin. See that? And then you would decorate them with some ribbon and stuff. But then there's also there's a kit of floss, and then I think these are what you wrap it around. So there's these backings that you wrap it around. I have a link to everything in the description box below. Plus then they sent me some of the cloths, the pebble cloth. And that's what the background is for the ones that they have in the pattern. And this is their pattern, so Emma pattern. Ah, and the boob, summer blue. The bag is a summer blue. It's a must-have, must-have. Okay, so that is one of the projects you could get one of these done in June. I could probably do one in June and maybe something else. I might do this one first, because that sense of accomplishment. Okay, let's talk. So like when you finish something, that is the ultimate, isn't it? So I might do one of these first so that I can, so I can say I did it. I accomplished it. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. The other one, I'm talking myself into it. Okay. The other one they have is called this U.S. Forever stamp. Look at that. Isn't that darling? We love stamps. Greg and I love stamps. So that is a super cute one. And then it's all decorated. They found some wood item to put it on, but you could just make it into a little quilt, a little mini quilt. And this one is in the red bag. Red, everything red. And it comes with the shadow, which is just a little bit like off-white. And then look, the thread kit with a thread keeper. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's all of those things. Now I also did pick up, I have some pink. So if I want to do that flower from the Summer Memories in the pink. And then I also picked up the plaid. Remember, I was showing you in great detail the plaid, and that she used it. Susan Aki used it on two of them. The alphabet, whoops, and then the whales. So I'm going to use the plaid for that guy there. Oh, okay. Also, if you are looking for a journal to keep track of your cross stitching, I should do one of these again. I have done it. See, it's like I started it in 2021, but I didn't update it very well. And I'm very slow, but I should go in here and update mine. They also do a quilting journal too, which keeps track of all of your quilting stuff. And then these thread kits are coming in and out fast to go with the book, so be sure if you want it to grab it. Okay, my friend. I hope you're making your Barnstar quilt. I'm using a Country Rose for my Barnstar sampler, and the blocks are so fantastic. All right, so I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.